Hello, BookTube people. Today I am just making a short video to let you know what I am reading at this time. I don't know what I'm going to be reading for the rest of the month because I have a habit of just impulse reads. I do a lot of impulsive reading, mainly in the audiobook category. I always have to have an audiobook category, and I have nothing planned for my audiobooks, so it's all impulsive. But I do have some books that I'm reading that are physical and Kindle, and so the last few days, let's say the first 4 days of this month, May, I have been in a dead heat to finish a book. It is this one. Paul just finished it last night about midnight, just after midnight. And it was thick and it was scholarly and it was, I don't know, it was hard for me to read it. 30 pages a day is what I was reading towards the end of this. And I could read it pretty well at 10 pages a day, but at 30 pages a day, it was really pushing it. And I had to push everything else aside. And now I feel like the dam has broken because suddenly I can read things that I want to read for pleasure again. Not that this wasn't pleasure. I learned a lot from this book. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. So another book that I have started and I didn't have time for until now. It's Beautiful in the Mountain. I thought it was going to be like Christie. Like in the advertising, it says, if you like Christie, you'll like this book. But it's really not much like Christie because this was written about a woman's experience in the 1970s. It wasn't a historical memoir of any kind. But still, I have enjoyed what I read so far, and I wanted to get back into it. And then I also have been reading Old Yeller. I love this copy of the book because I got it when I was on my vacation in 2021, and I was stopping at the little libraries all up and down I was traveling on the east side of the Sierras, and I bought this at one of those libraries. I would go into a library and check out all the books for sale. So it's like a souvenir of my trip. And this was from Lee Vining Library. And anyhow, I'm more than halfway through it, but I've been holding off on reading it, not only because I was reading Paul, but also because I know there are some sad parts coming up, and I'm not too anxious to get to sad literature. But I will read it. Probably read another chapter today and finish it within the next few days. And so I'm going to be doing a buddy read later this month. It's the letters of Vincent van Gogh. And I'm doing this with Faith of Faith and Books. And I'm also reading it with, oh my goodness, what is his name? This is terrible. Book Time with Elvis. What's Elvis owner's name? I can't remember. Elvis is the dog. I'm sorry. My bad. Anyhow, he's going to be reading it with us. Looking forward to that. And then I've got some Kindle things going on. Let's see. Getting into my Kindle. So one thing that I've got going on is kind of like a buddy read with the other Faith in Books. Her name is Samantha, and she's kind of new to BookTube, and she wanted to read this book about prayer by E.M. Bounds. Waiting for it to come up. The book is Power Through Prayer. So anyhow, yeah, I'm reading that, and then also I am reading a book that's sort of like theology. It's by John MacArthur. It's called Strange Fire. And it is really interesting to me because in the 10 years, I've been a Christian about 10 or 11 years. And in all this time, I never really thought much about the difference between charismatic, continualist, and cessationist. And this has suddenly come into my life because of local events. And I decided that I need to know the difference. So this particular book is written by a cessationist. I am not a cessationist. I'm more like a continualist. So if you know what those words mean, you're way ahead of me. So anyhow, I'm reading Strange Fire, and I will read some more books on that topic. It's mainly a critique of the charismatic movement in the Christian religion. And so that's about all I'm planning to read right now. If I happen to pick it up, I'm going to read some more of Confessions. This is a new translation, Augustine, translated by Peter Constantine. So Confessions of St. Augustine. I'm really interested in reading more. I started reading it a few years ago, like before the big fire of 2020. It derailed me in so many ways. And that's it. That's all that I'm reading right now. And oh no, that isn't. Well, I didn't tell you about my audiobook. Can't remember the name of the audiobook. It's written. Okay, I'm going to put the book title on the screen here. The book, and it's about a woman. It's a memoir. It's a true story about a woman who is aging. And I thought that's really appropriate for me because, oh, guess what? I'm aging too. Of course, you all are aging too. We're all aging together. It's like time travel. But anyhow, I'm about halfway through that memoir and am enjoying it. Apparently not enough to remember the title, but it's entertaining. Like I said, my audiobooks are really impulse reads. I got that one from the Cloud Library. I had never heard of it before. And I like her writing style. I like the structure of her memoir. That is probably one of the most appealing things, is just the structure, the way that she put the memoir together. Okay, that's it for now. Talk to you later. Bye.